Hello everyone, today we'll be going through Cambridge Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058042 October number 21. Question number 1, A part. Melina has 450 fruit trees. The fruit trees are in ratio of apple, pear and plum. 873 are the ratios. Show that Melina has 200 apple trees. So if we check for apple ratio is this one. So sum of the ratios we have to check, and sum of ratios will be 8 plus 7 plus 3, which is equal to 18. So 8, which is the share of apple, so 8 out of 18 multiply by 450, and this is resulting to 8 over 18 and multiply by 450 is equal to 200. And this is how we can show 200 trees, apple trees. Now second part, find the number of plum trees. So for plum trees it is 3 out of 18, so we can write 3 out of 18, which is multiplied by the same total number, which is 440, 450. So it will be 3 over 18 and multiply by 450, and this gives us 75. So 75 will be answer. This is 1 mark, previous one was 2 marks. Now Melina wants to increase the number of pear trees for 30 by 32%. Calculate the number of extra pear trees she need. Now if we check pear trees out of 450, that will be 200 plus 75. We will subtract, that will be 200 plus 75. These two types we will be subtracting, and the result will be pear trees which are 450 minus 275, and this is resulting to 175. Now 175 need to be increased by 32%, so 100 plus 32 divided by 100. This is how we are increasing by percentage, and this will be multiplied by 175, and this increment we can check, this will be 100. So fraction 100 plus 32 over 100, and this will be multiplied by 175 is equal to 231. So out of 231, 175 are already there, so we'll subtract 231 minus 175. These are the additional trees that need to be planted. This is 171, and this is equal to, again we are doing something wrong, 231 minus 175 is equal to 231. Why we are doing typing mistakes? So 56, yes, so this will be 56, will be the more number of trees required. Now each apple tree produce 48.5 kilogram apples. The apples have an average of 165 grams. This is in grams, whereas this is in kilograms. We will have to take care of that. Now calculate the total number of apples produced by the 200 trees. Give your answer correct to nearest 1000 apples. So 200 are trees, so 200 each is producing 48.5 kg, and total production will be 200 multiplied by 48.5, and this is resulting to 9700 kilograms, and 9700 kilograms we can convert into grams, and this will be grams. And now we need to The apple has an average mass of 165. So 97 this grams will be divided by 165. So we'll get number of grams, and this will be 97 and 1 2 3 4 5, and this will be divided by 165 is equal to 58787. 58787, and they are saying correct to the nearest 1000. So it is closer to 59,000, so we'll write 59,000. This will be our answer. Hopefully you understood this. Now Melina's land is uh, valued at 3,075,000. Write this number in figures. So 3,075,000, and million we will be writing here. So 3,075,000. Now write for second part. They're saying write your answer to part B1, which is this one, in standard form. So standard form, we know we can write the same number here. Now decimal, we can write 0.0, and we will have to shift this decimal after first non-zero number. So how many jumps we'll be taking? We'll be taking 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 jumps. So it will be 3.075 into 10 raised to the power 6, and if it is to jumps are to the left, then it will be power will be plus. If it jumps are to the right, then it will be negative. So these both were 1 mark question which we are done. Now C part, in 2020 each plum tree produced 37.7 kilogram of plums. This was 16% more than in 2019. Calculate the mass of the plums produced by each plum tree in 2019. So reverse percentage question, 116% is 116% of X amount is equal to 37.7. So X will be equal to 37.7 and multiply by 100 and divided by 116, and this will be resulting to 37.7 multiply by 100 and divided by 116, and this is 32.5. So 32.5 kilogram will be our final answer over here. Then D part, Melina invests this much amount at the rate of 2.1% per year compound interest. Calculate the value of her investment at the end of 15 years. So what we can do, we can apply the compound interest formula. A is equal to principal amount into 1 plus rate over 100 raised to the power t. This is the formula which we will be using, and we will be replacing values. A is equal to principal amount is $1,800, and 1 plus rate is 2.1%. So raised to the power 15 years, 15. So this will be resulting to 1800 in brackets. It will be 1 plus 2.1 over 100 and raised to the power 15, raised to the power 15, and this is resulting to 2458.43. 2458.43, which we can round it to 2458, 2458. This is 2 mark question. Now we can move to the question number 2, and question number 2 says the cumulative frequency diagram shows information about the floor area A meter square of each of 80 houses and this side is cumulative frequency up to 80, and this side is floor area starting from 40 to 200. This side is x-axis is A. Use the diagram to find the estimate of the median. So first of all, we will be looking for the median. Median will be half of 80 will be 40, so we can take 40 reference from here, and we can draw on this side. We can draw the reference. This will be the reference, and this reference we can see it is at 90. So this median will be 90 meters square. Then we have to find the lower quartile and the interquartile. So first of all, lower quartile will be 25th percentile of 80, and 25th percentile of 80. 80 will be 25 ones are 25 and 4s are, this will be 20. So we will check for 20 reference, and if we join 20, 20 is here. So on x-axis side, this is the reference, which is basically 6248. So 2468, so 68 will be the reference, and our answer will be 68 for lower quartile. And interquartile, for interquartile we'll have to find the upper quartile. Upper quartile will be at 60, and to find the upper quartile we'll be taking the reference from 60, and this reference will be on this side x-axis. We can check the reference, and this is at 120. So 120 minus 68, 120 interquartile range will be 120 minus 68 will be 120 minus 68 is equal to 52. So our answer for interquartile range will be 52 meters square. One more question. Then part 4, they are saying the number of houses with a floor area greater than 120. Now greater than 120 floor area is which range? Is basically this range, this one, the upper portion. This one we have to check how many people are there in this range, and that is basically 60 to 80, so it will be 20. We can write here 20. This will be the answer, which is 80 minus 60 is equal to 20. B part, the information about the 80 floor areas is shown in this frequency table, and this is floor area and this is frequency, and table is provided. Calculate an estimate for the mean of estimate of the mean of the floor area. So mean will be equal to, we know formula for mean is equal to sigma fx over sigma f. This is the formula which we will be using, and we can write mean is equal to, first of all we will check for the mid range, and this will be 40 plus 60 divided by 2 will be 50. Similarly, midpoint of 60 and 80 is 70. Midpoint of 80 and 100 is 90. Midpoint of 100 and 130 is 115. And midpoint of 130 and 160 is 145. Midpoint of 160 and 200 is 180. Now we'll be taking these midpoints and multiply it with the frequency, and we will write here 50 into 14 plus this will be 70 into 17 plus 90 into 18 plus 115 into 15, and plus this will be 145 into 145 into 145 multiplied by 9 plus 180 multiplied by 7, and this whole thing is divided by the total sum of frequencies, which is 18 in this case. And if we calculate this huge calculation, we'll have to be careful. 50 into 14 bracket close, plus this will be 70 multiply by 17, and plus this will be 90 multiply by 18, and plus 115 multiply by 15, and then plus 145 multiply by 9, plus 180 multiply by 7, and this will be divided by 80, and this is equal to 195 over 2. I think so. We have done some mistake. Let us do in steps, like 50 multiplied by 14 is equal to 700, plus 70 multiplied by 17 is 1190, plus 90 into 18, 90 multiplied by 18 is equal to 1620, plus this will be 115 multiplied by 15, this will give us 1725, plus 145 into 9, and this is giving us 1305, plus this will be 180 multiplied by 7, and this will give us 1260. Hopefully now we have calculated properly, and this will be resulting to 700. We can take fraction, and this will be 700 plus 1190 plus 1620 plus 1725 plus 1305 plus 1260, and divided by 80 is equal to, so we got 195 by 2, which decimal value will be 97.5. So 97.5 will be our final answer. Hopefully you understood this. Now on second part is basically histogram. Complete the histogram to show the information in the frequency table. This side is frequency density, and this side is floor area. They're saying third part, two of the houses are picked at random. Find the probability that one of the houses. Basically, first we have to complete the diagram, histogram, and then we'll move to the third part. So for this one, for first one, 40 to 60 is 14. So 40 to 60 will be this one, and they're saying this is 14. So this range is 20, and 20 multiplied by height, which is 0.7, 0.7. So 20 multiplied by 0.7 will be equal to 14. This is how we got height. And for the second one, 60 to 80 is 17. So 60 to 80, we can take this one, 60 to 80, which is 20 again. So 20 multiplied by height, which is 0.85, and this will be equal to 17. And if we check for the third, frequency is 15, 18, 80 to 100. So 18, 80 to 100. So 80 to 100 will be this one, and it should be 18. So height should be 0.9. We can divide 18 by 20. If we divide, we will get height of the bar divided by 20 is equal to 0.9. So height of the bar should be 0.9 which we can show over here. This one, this much will be the height of the bar, and this will be 0.9, and this is 0.85, and this will be the bar which we have shown from 80 to 100, and then 100 to 130. 100 to 130 we can show. 100 to 130 should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up to this one. So this point is 130 up to 130. So this will be, width will be 30, and so frequency is 15. So 15 divided by 30, we can write 15 divided by 30 will be equal to 0.5. So 0.5 will be height of the bar, and 0.5 is up to this one. So this will be our bar, which we can write as 0.5. So 0.5 multiplied by 30, and 0.5 basically will be 15 multiply 15 divided by 30, or you can say 30 multiplied by 0.5 is equal to 15. This is how we reach to the frequency. And then next one is 930 to 160. 130 to 160 will be this one, and 130 to 160 is this side is 30. So height should be 0.3, and 0.3 we can take up to this one. So 0.3 if we draw will be this bar, and 0.3 height, if we multiply 30 into 0.3, it will be 9. Then 7, and 160 to 200 is 7. 160 to 200 is 160 to 200 is this one, and this is 7. So 7 divided by 40, and this will be equal to 7 divided by 40 is equal to 0.175. So 0.175 will be closer to 2, so like this one, and this side, and this will be the bar, and we can write height 0.175. This will be the, now this histogram is done. Now they are saying find the probability that one of the houses has a floor area greater than 130 meters square, and the other has a floor area 60 meters square or less. So one house area more than greater than 130 will be 9 plus 7. So we will combine these two, 16 out of 80. So 16 out of 80, and the second is less than that. So less than this will be uh, 15. Basically they are saying less than this one has a floor area 60 meter square or less. So 60 meter square or less is this one, which is 14. So we can take 14 over, because this is one less, two houses picked at random. Find the probability that one of the houses has floor area this one and the other is this one. So it will be 79, and it can be this option or the other option can be first we are picking this, and the second one we are picking this one. So these can be the two options, or we can write like this, or we can just multiply this by 2, double this, and this will be our answer. 2 into 16 over 80, and this will be multiplied by 14 over 79, and bracket is closed, and this is equal to 28 over 395. 28 over 395. This will be our final answer for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 3, and question number 3 says the A part diagram provided is not to scale, and ABCD is a pentagon, and pentagon basically is this one having 5 sides, and calculate AD and show that it rounds to 94.5, correct to 1 decimal place. So AD is this length we are applying. Basically we'll be considering this right angle triangle, and in this right angle triangle we have adjacent, and adjacent over opposite will be, this will be opposite AD. So we can write ED over AD is equal to basically AD over this will be sine, this will be cos, and this will be basically tan. AD over ED is equal to tan of 64 degrees, and this implies AD is equal to 46.1 tan of 64 degrees, and we can calculate this will be 46.1 tan of 64 degrees. Your calculator should be in degree mode, and it is 94.519, which can be rounded to 94.52. This will be up to 2 dp. This is done. Now they are saying calculate the angle BAC. Now we need to identify BAC. BAC angle is which one? BAC angle is this one. So we need to find this angle. We have one side an angle, and we have this side. We can find this angle by sine rule. So we can write sine A over 56.5 will be equal to sine of 94 divided by 78.4. So sine of A over 56.5 is equal to sine of 94 divided by 78.4, and here, now we can find sine A is equal to sine of 94 into 56.4 and divided by 78.4, and this will be a fraction sine of 94 multiplied by 56.4 over this will be 78.4, and this is basically we have to okay, this is fine, but we need to find angle A, so we will be taking A is equal to sine inverse of this one, sine of 94 into 56.4 divided by 78.4. So whatever answer we got, we will find sine inverse of it. So shift sine of answer, and this will be giving us 45.85. We will double check, maybe something is wrong, so we'll take shift sine of fraction, which is sine of 94, sine of 94 4 and multiply by 56.4 and divided by 78.4, and this will be resulting to answer as 45.859. So 45.859, or we can write 48.9 basically up to one decimal place. This will be our answer for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now calculate the largest angle in the triangle CAD. CAD is this triangle, this one, and we have to find the largest angle in this triangle. And largest angle is which one? Largest angle is basically this one. So we have all the three sides. AD we just found basically AD, which is AD we found 94.52. So we can write here 94.52, and now we have all the three sides and we can find C, and that will be 94 is opposite side, this one 94.52, and we can apply cosine rule, so it will be 94.52 squared is equal to one side which is 38.6 squared plus other side which is 78.4 squared minus 2 into one side and into other side into cos of ACD, and we can simplify cos of ACD will be equal to 94.52 squared minus, we can shift this to other side, so 38.6 squared minus 78.4 squared and divided by minus 2 into 38.6 into 78.4, and ACD will be equal to cos inverse of this whole term 94.52 squared minus 38.6 squared minus 78.4 squared divided by minus 2 into 38.6 into 78.4, and this will be resulting to shift cos of fraction, and 94.52 squared and minus 38.6 squared and minus 78.4 squared and divided by minus 2 into 38.6 into 78.4, bracket close over here also, and this is 102.37, so we can write 102.3, so 102.3 degrees. This will be answer for 4 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now B part says diagrams are not to scale. Triangle PQR has the same area as triangle LMN. So these two triangles are having area same. Calculate the shortest distance from R to PQ. From R to PQ, shortest distance. So that will be the perpendicular distance. This will be the shortest distance. So this is 90 degree, and we know that area is what? Basically area is we can find area of this triangle, and area of this triangle will be what? 1 by 2 half into AB sine C, AB sine C, and this will be 1 by 2 one side into other side into sine of 111 degrees, and this will be equal to 0.5 into 2.5 into 27.6 and sine of 111, and this will be equal to 32.2, what will be 0.5, 2.5, 27.6 This is 21 point, 21.5, 27. Okay, so if we write here 21.5, and this will be 276.99, 276.99, which we can round to 277, and centimeters square, this will be centimeters square. Now the same area is for this triangle, and area for this triangle we can find area for this one, this whole triangle. Basically area of PQR we can write is equal to 1 by 2 into base into height, and area we know is 277 is equal to 1 by 2 into base is 34.3 into height. Now height will be equal to 277 into 2 divided by 34.3, and this will be um, 277 multiplied by 2, and over this will be 34.3, and this is equal to 16.15. So we can write 16.15. This is the correct answer which we want to find, centimeters. This is done. Now we can move to the question number 4. Question number 4, grid is provided. Triangle AB are given. On the grid A part, on the grid, draw the image of the triangle A after translation vector is -4 and 5. So -4 and 5. So we can move this point. -4 will be 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the left, and 5 will be up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this point will be translated to this one, and we can erase the explanation part. Now we can translate the other part, which will be here, and third point will be this one. So we can draw the translated triangle, which will be this one. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything, and we can draw the triangle. So this is basically the translated triangle which we are supposed to draw. And second part, a reflection, the line of x is equal to 1. So reflection of A in the line x is equal to 1. Line x is equal to 1 is which one? X is equal to 1 is this line. So reflection will be, we can check from here, this is 2 units. So from this side 2 units. So this point, and this point, and we can draw the triangle. This is the straightforward, easier reflection, which is also known as mirror transformation, and this will be the translation. Then third part, an enlargement scale factor 2, and center of enlargement is -5 and -2. -5 and -2 will be which one? -5 and -2 is this point, which is -5 and -2. So this is our center of enlargement, and we have to enlarge A by scale factor 2. So we will be drawing line from here touching the vertices, and this will be now we can draw on the other side this for the second vertex also, and this one done. And now the third one, we can draw the third one also, which is basically over here. We can draw the line, which is this one. Now we can draw basically this. This is 1 and 2 units. So we are looking for 4 units, and it will be 1, 2, 3, and 4 units. And we have to basically scale factor 2. So we are looking for 4 units. Basically we have to read to redraw the line or extend the line. We can extend the line like this one. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 will have to extend line, basically this one like this, and we can take this as 1 and 2, and this will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So our one point will be this one and second point will be this one. Now we got the point, and this will be the second point will be over here, because this length is 1 unit and this should be 2 unit. Hopefully you are understanding. Now we can draw the enlarged triangle. This will be our enlarged triangle which we are drawing, and this is basically the enlarged triangle which we have done. If we want, I can shade it to, for your clarification. It is not required for the exam. I'm shading for your understanding and clarification. Hopefully you understood. This is the shaded triangle. Now they are saying describe fully. B part, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto B. So A onto B. So if we check this, this will be, this is basically, if we check from this point, this will be 90 degree. If we draw these two lines, and these two lines are meeting at the point -3 and 0, and this is 90 degree, so it will be rotation. Our answer will be rotation 90 degree, and this will be anti-clockwise, and about the center, or about, just you can mention the point also, which is this. This was 3-mark question which we are done. We can move to the question number 5, and question number 5 says the table shows some values. For this one we have to complete the table, and this is 3 marks for completing table. We are using calculator. Just type this alpha and x, and this will be taken as cube, and -3 and alpha x squared and plus 3. After typing this equation, we can calculate for -1. So calculate for -1, and this is equal to -1. So value will be -1 over here, which we can provide, and we can double check for -0.5, and answer should be 2.125. So calculate for, this is just to double check, 0.5, and this is giving us 2.125. Now we can check for 1.5, calculate for 1.5, and this gives us -0.375, -0.375, and calculate for 3, calculate for x is equal to 3, and gives us 3. So this value is 3. Hopefully you understood. It's so simple to complete the table by the help of calculator. B part, on the grid, draw the graph of this one. So these table of values we have to use and draw the graph on the given grid. So first one is -1, -1. -1 will be this point, and the second point is -0.5 and 2.125. -0.5 and 2.125 will be over here, and the third point is 0 and 3. 0 and 3 is here. Then next is 0.5 and 2.375, and 2.5, 2.1, 2, 3, and 375 will be like here. and next comes 2.375. This will be 0.5 and 3. Okay, so 0 and 3 is and 0.5 and 2.37. Okay, and 1 is to 1, 1 is to 1 over here, and then comes 1.5 and minus 0.375, 1.5 and minus 1.3 minus 0.375. So minus 0.375 will be over here, and next point is 2 and minus 1, 2 and minus 1 will be this one, and the third point will be last point will be basically 2.5 and minus 0.125. Minus 0.125 will be closer to this one, and then last is 3 is to 3. 3 is to 3 will be this one. Now we are drawn with the we have basically indicated the points, and the points 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 points. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. We have plotted all the points. Now we can draw the graph, and to graph we have to draw a smoother curve ending like this one, and curving we have to try to draw as smoother as possible, and this will be hopefully we'll be able to draw the smoother graph. And now we have to C part, by drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, solve the equation. This equation we have to solve. If we check carefully, this portion x cube, so we are comparing this one, x cube minus 3x plus 3. This portion is same as this one, plus 3 is missing, so we will add and subtract. We'll reshape it like x cube minus 3 x squared. We will add 3 and subtract 3, and this remaining portion we can write plus x plus 1 is equal to 0, and this is our y portion, so we can write y is equal to minus x, and this will be minus 2 and the other side will be plus 2. So this will be our equation which we want to draw. Hopefully you understand. This is basically the equation which we'll be drawing. Y-intercept is 2 and the gradient is 1. So y-intercept 2 we are going to draw first. Y-intercept is 2 and the gradient is 1. So gradient will be is minus 1, I think. So yes, minus 1. So 1 unit down and 1 unit to the right. So we will be getting this point for the second point to draw the line, and we can draw the line, straight line like this one, and we can extend this line further to get another points of interception basically, and to other side also we can extend this accurately if I want to draw this one. Okay, so we have drawn this, and now we will be writing the points basically x-intercept. So first of all we can check first intercept will be this one, will be x coordinate will be 0.4 minus 0.4. So we can write here minus 0.4. This will be one solution, and the second solution will be for this one, which is 1. So we can provide second solution as 1, and the third solution we can check for that third solution as well, and that is basically we can check this one roughly. This is 2.3, so we can provide answer as 2.3. This will be the final answer for 4 mark question which we have done. Now question number 6. Question number 6, we have to solve this part 1 algebraic equation we need to solve. So we will send 4 to other side, so 2x minus 3 is equal to 24 over 4, which can be cancelled to 6, and 2x minus 3 is equal to 6, and this implies 2x is equal to 6 plus 3, which is equal to 9, so x will be equal to 9 by 2, which we can write as 4.5, so our answer will be 4.5. 3 marks question. And the next inequality is 6x plus 14 is greater than 6, so we can send 14 to other side, so 6x is greater than 6 minus 14, so 6x is greater than 6 minus 14 is minus 8, so x is greater than minus 8 by 6, which we can write as x is greater than minus 1 whole 1 by 3. This is 2 mark question. Now rearrange, we have to rearrange this and make y as subject. To make y as subject, y is over here, so what we can do, we can send 3 this y cubed to other side and y to the side, so 3y cubed is equal to 2x cubed minus v. Now we can send this 3 to other side, so y cubed is equal to 2x cubed minus v over 3. And now to get rid of this cube, we can take cube root, so y will be equal to cube root of 2x cube minus v over 3, and this will be our final answer, which we can write over here, 2x cube minus v over 3. 3 marks question. Now for C part, show that this is multiple of 4 for all integer values of n. So what we can do, we can take the expression 2n minus 5 squared minus 13, and now we can open the square, it will be 4n squared a squared minus b squared, so a squared minus a minus b whole squared will be equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. This will be the formula which we will be using, and it will be a squared mean 2n whole squared will be 4n squared plus 5 squared will be 25, and minus 2 into ab will be 2 into 5 will be 10, 10 into 2 will be 20, so 20n and minus 13. This expression we can further simplify, 4n squared minus 20n and plus this will be 12, and 4 we can take common, so inside will be n squared minus 5n plus 3, and we can see this is a multiple of 4, so this will be, this is we can even write here multiple of 4, so hence multiple of 4 for all integers, or we can write symbol for all integers of n. So this is 3 mark question which we are done. Hopefully you understood this. Now D part, we can write D part as the expression. This can be written in the form completing square question. We need to find p and q values, and we can, first of all, we will be rearranging, and after rearranging we will take minus 2 common, and inside will be x squared and minus 6x, and this tail portion we will write as it is without disturbing it, and minus 2. Now we will complete square, it will be x minus half of this will be, this is copy sign, and half of 6 will be 3, so 3 squared, and minus, this is always minus 3 squared and bracket close and plus this tail portion. Now we can multiply this minus 2 inside, and it will be minus 2x minus 3 squared and minus minus plus, and 3 squared will be 9, 92 will be 18, so 18 plus 5, and this will be resulting to 23. 18 plus 5 will be 23 minus 2 into x minus 3 squared, and if we compare it with this one, so q value is basically Q value is 23 and P value is -3, and this is 3-mark question which we have done. Now second part, write on the coordinates of the maximum point of the curve, this one. So from this completing square, this one, whatever we have completed square 23, we can write like -2 first, so x -3 squared and plus 23. So this is our b value, and a value will be minus a we will take. So minus a will be what? Minus a will be 3 and this will be 23. This is how we are taking the values. Hopefully you understood this. This will be our maximum point. Now for E part, the energy of moving object is directly proportional to the square of its speed. So we can write E is directly proportional to speed square, and the speed of the object is increased by 30%, and calculate the percentage increase in the energy of the object. So it is like, for example, we can take like 30% increase will be what? 30% increase mean it will be 1.3 and if square of this will be 1.3 squared will be equal to 1.69, so it will be 69% increase. We can provide 69% increase. 2-mark question, straightforward easy question. Now question number 7, A part says the diagram shows a container for storing grains, and diagram is provided which is not to scale. The container is made from hemisphere. This portion is hemisphere, which we can say half of the sphere, and this is hemisphere. Then a cylinder and a cone. Cylinder is this one. This is the cylinder portion, and this is basically all cylinder portion. And now we can take the cone portion also. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and like the video as well. Now cone portion is which one? Cone portion is basically, this is the cone portion. So we are having these 3 types of shapes, and they're saying each with radius 2. So radius is 2, they have mentioned. And what next? The height of the cylinder is 5.2 meters and the height of the cone is h meters. Part 1, calculate the volume of the hemisphere. Give your answer as a multiple of pi, and the formula for sphere they have provided. Keep in mind this is formula for sphere, not hemisphere, so we have to take 1/2 of this. So it will be volume of hemisphere will be equal to 1/2 of 4/3 pi r cubed, and this is equal to 1/2 4/3 pi. R is 2, so we can take 2 cubed, and this will be equal to, we can cancel this 2 with 2, and then this will be 8 into 2 16, so 16 pi by 3. So 16 pi by 3 will be answer for this one, and this is they are requiring for answer in pi, so we kept like this. This is 2-mark question. Now the second part, the total volume of the container they have provided. Calculate the value of h, and they have given us the volume of the cone formula also they have provided. Now volume of cylinder, we can find volume of hemisphere we have already found. I'll just copy that one, and this is equal to 16/3 pi, and volume of cylinder will be equal to pi r square into h. So pi r square into h will be equal to, radius is 2, so 2 squared into h, and volume of cylinder, basically we can write height of the cylinder is also given 5.2, so we can replace 5.2 over here. So 5.2, and 5.2 multiplied by 4 will be equal to, 5.2 multiplied by 4 is 104, by r squared is 4, so 5.2 into 4 will be equal to 20.8. So decimal value we can write 20.8, and pi, this is also in terms of pi, we don't want to lose the decimal places. Now volume of the cone, basically volume of the cone, we can calculate volume of cone. This is equal to the whole container volume. Volume of the cone formula is this one, which is equal to 1 by 3 pi r squared h, and this will be equal to the total volume, which is 88 pi over 3, minus volume of cylinder and volume of hemisphere. So we'll subtract this 20.8 pi plus 16 pi by 3. These two volumes we will subtract, and we will get the volume. So we can compare these two sides and find the value of h. So r square we can replace by 2 square, so it will be 4, we can put in brackets. So 4 by 3 pi we can shift, basically pi we can cancel, from all pi we can cancel, and we can write h will be equal to 3 by 4, 3 and 4, this one we have shifted to other side, we will get 3 by 4, and into 88 by 3, this one we have written, and minus in brackets 20.8 plus 16 by 3, I'm keeping as it is, and we'll use calculator to simplify. 3 over 4 in bracket, we'll write 88 over 3, and this will be minus in brackets 20.8 and plus 16 over 3, and bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 2.4. So 2.4 will be meters. 2.4 meters will be our answer, height, and this is 4-mark question which we are done. And then part 3, they are saying the container is full of grain is removed from the container at a rate of this kilogram per hour. 1 meter cube of grain has a mass of 620 kilogram. Calculate the time taken to empty the container, give your answer in hours and minutes. So volume we know is 88 by 3 pi into 620 kilograms, 620 kg. So this one in kilograms we can calculate, this will be 88 over 3, and this will be pi, and multiply by 620, and this will be equal to 57, or in terms of pi also we can write 54560, 54560 over 3 into pi. Now at rate of this much per hour, so how many hours time we can calculate? Time will be equal to this volume, the complete volume we can divide by the volume, the mass which is removed, like in 1 hour, so it will be 35000, and we can divide this by 35000, and this is equal to 1.63, but we need answer in hours and minutes. So the easiest way is press this time button, and you will get answer 1 hour and 37 minutes and 56 seconds. So we will round it to 1 hour and 38 minutes. So 1 hour and 38 minutes. This is 3 mark question which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Now B part. B part says diagram is not to scale. A and B are the points. A and B are the points in the circle. Center O, radius R, and the area of the shaded region is 65. So area of this region is 65 centimeter square. Calculate the value of R. So value of R we need to calculate. So what we will be doing, we'll be taking the area of the sector. Area of the sector will give us the complete area of the sector. So area of sector is equal to, we know the formula, theta over 360 into pi r squared, and this will be 140 is the theta value, so 140 over 360 into pi r squared. Now area of triangle, we will find the area of triangle and we will subtract from this sector area and equalize to 65. That will be giving us answer. So area of triangle, and triangle is what? OAB. OAB, we can write OAB is equal to half into AB sine C, half into AB sine C, and this is equal to 1 by 2 into r squared, r because both sides are r, so sine of 140 degree, and sine of 140 degree, this one we can basically equalize it. And how we can equalize? Like triangle, the area of the sector, which is this one, by the condition of the question we can write 140 over 360 pi r squared is equal to half into r squared sine of 140 plus 65. So now we will be finding the r value. So r value we can find basically r squared will be equal to what? R squared, first of all we need to shift this to other side, so it will be, otherwise what we can do, we can simplify 140 divided by 360 is equal to 7 over 18. 7 over 18 pi r squared is equal to, this will be r squared over 2 sine of 140 plus 65. And now what we can do, we can shrink basically size so that we can get more space. So this is like a readable size, and now we can shift this r square to this term to other side. So 7 over 18 pi minus, this will be 1 by 2 sine of 140 degree, and r square I have taken common, and this is equal to 65. So this implies r square is equal to 65 over, we can write 7 over 18 pi minus 1 by 2 sine of 140 degree, and this will be giving us the answer. Basically r value, we can write r value will be under root of 65 over, this will be 7 over 18 pi and minus 1 by 2 sine of 140, and this will give us the answer. We can write square root of fraction 65 over, this will be bracket again fraction, this will be 7 over 18, and this is pi and minus 0.5 sine of 140 degree, and bracket will be closed over here, and this is equal to, basically we need to uh, close the bracket. So 7 over 18, we need to close the bracket over here as well. Basically this bracket we need to remove from here, and bracket we need here. and then we require bracket over here, and this is equal to, again we are getting some error. I will retype this one. So this will be 65 over, this will be bracket 7 over 18 and pi, and this will be minus 0.5 sine of 140, sine of 140, and bracket close and bracket close, and this is giving us 8.49, 8.49, or we can round to 8.5. This will be final answer for more marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 8. Question number 8 says Kyoto runs along a 12-kilometer path at an average speed of x kilometer per hour. Number 1, write down an expression in terms of x for the number of hours he takes. So we know speed is equal to distance over time, and distance is what? Distance is basically 12 kilometers. So 12 kilometer divided by, so speed will be equal to, speed is this one. So for time we have to write, so time will be equal to distance over speed, which is equal to 12 over x. So 12 over x will be answer for this one. And then second part, they're saying Yuki takes 1.5 hours longer to walk, so along the same path as Kyoto. She walks at an average speed of x minus 4 kilometer. So write down an expression in terms of x. So we can write basically t will be equal to, and show that, we have to show that this equation is this. So x is equal to 12 by t, and this is basically t is equal to 12 over x for the previous one which we have calculated. Now for this one it will be 12 over x plus 1.5, and this is what time now we will be using. So x minus 4 is equal to 12 over time, which is 12 over x plus 1.5, and this one we can resize to a smaller readable size and keep here. This is the working for your explanation, and this one we can write here, and now we can basically write on the next step. So x minus 4 we can cross multiply, it will be 12 over x plus 1.5 is equal to 12, and further we can multiply them. So it will be 12 plus, this will be 1.5x, we are multiplying x with this, then x with this. Now minus 4 with this will be minus 48 over x, and minus 4 into plus 1.6 will be minus 6, and 12 we can shift to other side, so this one, and we can multiply whole equation by x, so we'll get 12x plus 1.5x squared minus 48, and this will be minus 18 and x, because we are multiplying everything by x. So 1.5x squared and minus 12 plus 12 minus 18 will be minus 6x, and minus 48 is equal to 0. And if we multiply everything by basically we will divide everything by 1.5, so we will get equation x squared minus 4x minus 32 is equal to 0. This is the equation which we were supposed to find. Hopefully you understood this. Part number 3 is solve by factorization, and you know we can use calculator for factorization. You can take, or you can factorize as you like. So mod 5 3, coefficient of x square is 1, coefficient of x is minus 4, and constant value is minus 32, and it will give us 8 and minus 4. So we can write x minus 8 and x plus 4 is equal to 0, and intermediate step we can write x into x plus 4 and minus 8 into x plus 4 equal to 0. And now we can write x minus 8 is equal to 0 or x plus 4 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 8 and x is equal to minus 4. These will be our two answers which we can provide over here. Then find the number of hours. Find the number of hours it takes Yuki to walk along the 12-kilometer path. So t values, t we know t is equal to 12 over x plus 1.5, which we discussed in the previous parts. And x value we cannot take negative, so we'll be taking positive x value, and it will be 12 over 8 plus 1.5, and this will be resulting to 12 over 8 plus 1.5 is resulting to 3. So answer will be 3 hours. Hopefully you understood this. Now B part, a bus travels 440 kilometer correct to the nearest 10 kilometer. So we can write basically this 440 is correct to the nearest 10 kilometer, mean plus minus half of 10, which is 5, so 5 kilometer plus minus, so it will be 445 and minus will be 435, upper bound, and this is lower bound which we have written. Now they are saying the time taken to complete the journey is 6 hours correct to the nearest half hour. So the time we can write, basically time we can write hours, this is kilometers, hours is 6 and corrected, so upper bound and lower bound, so half hour, basically half hour will be nearest half 0.5 divided by 2, so plus minus will take, it will be 0 plus minus 0.25. This is what we'll be adding and subtracting, so 6.25 and 5.75. And they are saying calculate the lower bound of the speed of the bus. Now speed of the bus we require lower bound, speed we require lower bound. How will we get lower bound? If distance lower bound is divided by time, which is upper bound, so that we should get a smaller answer. So 435 divided by 6.25, and this will be equal to 435 divided by 6.25 is resulting to 69.6 kilometer per hour. This will be our final speed. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 9. Question number 9 says a part, f is the point, this one, f, g is the column vector. Find this the coordinates of g we need to find. So what we can do, we can find f g vector will be, we can write g minus g we don't have basically, so we can write g x, we can take g as xy, so it will be x minus 5 and y minus minus 2. We are using f, and this will be equal to fg is given, which is minus 2 and 3, and we can compare it. X minus 5 is equal to minus 2, so x will be equal to 3, and y plus 2 is equal to 3, so y will be equal to 1. So these will be the values 3 and 1, and this is one more question which we are done. Now they are saying 5 of fg, and fg is given, fg is minus 2 and 3, so 5 into minus 2 and 3, this will be equal to minus 10 and 15. We can write here minus 10 and 15, and this is also 1 mark part. Now mod of fg, mod of fg is what? Mod of fg will be taking x value square minus 2 squared plus y value squared, which is 3 squared, and this will be mod, and we can calculate, this will be, we can write 4 plus 9, so it will be 13 under root, so root of 13 we can calculate in decimal. This will be basically equal to, decimal value will be 3.605. 3.605, we can round up to two decimal places, 3.61. This is 2 mark question which we are done. Hopefully you are understanding. Now B part diagram is not to scale. OBC is a parallelogram. P is the point on AC and Q is the point on AB. This is A and this is C. Find in terms of A and C. AQ we need to find. AQ is this much, which is half of this side, so we can take half of C. So this will be equal to 1 by 2 of C. This will be our answer for 1 mark. And then this is what we are done with. AQ we are done with. Now OQ. OQ will be what? OQ will be, OQ, if we extend OQ, we want to figure out where is OQ. OQ will be this point. Okay, so this is OQ. We can take, this will be C by 2 and this is C by 2 and this is basically A. So we can take basically OQ, we can take this root. This root means which root? This root we can take, so it will be A plus C by 2. So our answer will be A plus C over 2 or 1 by 2C. We can write 1 by 2C. This is 1 mark. So OP is equal to, now part 2, OP is equal to this one. Show that OP and Q lie on the straight line. Now OQ, if we check OQ, OQ is equal to 1.5 of OP, and this is from the diagram you can check OP is 1.5 of OP. So we can write multiples of each other and show that OPQ are this one, right? So we can write multiples of each other and share a common point. Share a common point. That's all. This is 2 mark question. Now they are saying write B part, write down the ratio OP and OQ in this format. As we know that OQ is 1.5 of OP, so ratio will be what? We can write 1 ratio 1.5. So 1 ratio 1.5. This is 1 mark question which we have done. Now question number 10. Question number 10, A part, find the coordinates of the turning point of this. Show your working. So we will be finding dy by dx, derivative for the turning points, and equalize to 0. So derivative of 3x will be x cube will be 3x squared, and derivative of minus 12x will be minus 12, and we will put equal to 0 for the turning point. So 3x squared is equal to 12, x squared is equal to 4 by 3, 12 by 3, sorry, 12 by 3, which is equal to 4. So x squared is equal to plus minus 2. X will be equal to plus minus 2. Now at x is equal to 2, we need the coordinates basically. So we can solve here. At x is equal to 2, y will be what? Y we can replace in this. So it will be 2 cubed minus 12 into 2 plus 6, and this will be equal to 8 and minus 24 and plus 6, so this will be minus 10. So our point will be 2 and minus 10. So one point will be 2 and minus 10, and when at x is equal to minus 2, y will be equal to, if we replace minus 2, So minus 2 cubed minus 12 into minus 2 plus 6, and if we simplify this with the calculator, we will get basically 22. So our point will be minus 2 and 22. You can do this calculation. I think so it's simple, so I left. Now determine whether whether each turning point is a maximum or minimum. Show how you decide. So for the maximum and minimum, we are using the second order derivative test. So d2y over dx squared, we will be taking derivative of the derivative, and our derivative is this one. So derivative of this will be 6x. So we can write 6x, and x value we can find d2y over dx squared at 2 and minus 10. So this will be equal to 6 into 2, which is equal to 12, and which is greater than 0. So it will be minimum. And if we replace the 2y over dx square at minus 2 and 22 the other point, this will be equal to 6 into minus 2, and this will be equal to minus 12, which is less than 0. So this will be maximum. Hopefully you understood. This was a 3-mark question. Now we can move to the next question, which is question number 11. Question number 11a part. Diagram is not to scale. Triangle PQR is mathematically similar to triangle XYZ. We have to find YZ. YZ is this section. So we will find the conversion ratio from here, and K factor will be equal to 20.4 divided by 13.6, and we can use the calculator. So it will be 20.4 divided by 13.6, and it is resulting to 3 by 2. So 3 by 2, and or we can write in decimal. Decimal will be 1.5. So 1.5 is K value. Now we can basically divide this side. We can write YZ is equal to 15.3 divided by 1.5. So this will be 15.3 divided by answer is equal to 10.2 centimeters. So 10.2 centimeters will be our final answer. Now they are saying the area of triangle XYZ is 63.6. Calculate the area of the other triangle. So we will be using square of K, which is equal to 1.5 squared, and 1.5 squared is equal to basically 2.25. So 2.25 will be using. Now it is given that area of triangle XYZ is 63.6 centimeters square, and we need to find area of this triangle. So we will multiply 63.6 by 2.25, and this will be basically, we can move a little over here, and this will be area of triangle PQR is equal to, and this will be 2.25 multiplied by 63.6 is equal to 143.1. This will be centimeters square. So 143.1. We are done with this. Now B part, two containers are mathematically similar. The large container has capacity of this one and the small surface area of this one. The smaller container has capacity of this one, and calculate the surface area. So K cube will be ratio for volume ratios we will check. So K cube will be equal to 64.8 divided by 37.5, and this will be equal to 64.8 divided by 37.5, and this gives us 1.728. This will be K cube, but we need for area, so we will find first cube root. So cube root, and then we will take square. So 1.728, and this will be equal to, we can take cube root of answer is equal to 6 by 5, or we can write 1.2 and k square, which we want for area. So we'll take 1.2 squared, which is equal to, so answer squared is equal to 1.44, and this is what we can use. We will be dividing the area 0.792 divided by 1.44, and this will give us 0.792 divided by answer is equal to 0.55. This will be meters square. This will be our final answer, and this will be surface area of small container. Surface area of small container will be equal to this one. So 0.55 meters square. This was 3-mark question. We are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Also introduce this channel to your friends and class fellows and your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.